Here we're going to talk about two topics, smoke detector compliance disclosure and carbon monoxide compliance disclosure. And these forms are created to meet the California disclosure requirements, but they can be used universally. So we'll begin with the smoke detector compliance disclosure, and this is on ORP form 305. And the seller is going to put their property address here, and the section 1 is going to address some background on the law. The section 2 is nice because it tells you exactly where the smoke alarms should be installed. A lot of disclosures will just tell you that they need to be installed, but leave it up to the seller to figure out where the proper placement is. On this form, the nice part is that it tells you explicitly that there should be a smoke alarm in each sleeping room. There should also be a smoke detector in each sleeping area in the immediate vicinity of the bedrooms. So if you have, let's say, a 3-bedroom home and there's a hallway outside, you would do a smoke detector in each bedroom, and then you do a smoke detector in the hallway outside the bedrooms. It also says on each additional story of the dwelling. So if it's a 2-story home and the bedrooms are all upstairs, then you would again do a smoke detector in each bedroom, a smoke detector in the immediate vicinity, so the hallway, and then you would do another one downstairs. And if you have a downstairs bedroom, then of course you would add a smoke detector in that bedroom as well. Then you're going to have the seller statement of compliance, and they're going to sign, print their name and date, and this is the seller certifying that they are creating this disclosure and delivering it to the buyer, and the buyer is going to sign down here as well, acknowledging that the seller has fulfilled their duty to deliver this smoke detector disclosure. Alright, now we're going to move over to the carbon monoxide detector disclosure. Same idea, property address is going to go here. Section 1 is going to address the legal background of why it's required. Section 2 again nicely explains where the carbon monoxide detector should go. In this case, it says that there should be basically a detector outside of the sleeping area in the immediate vicinity of the bedrooms. So just like smoke detectors, you would have one outside the bedrooms, maybe in the hallway. You would have the carbon monoxide detector in the same place. It would be in the hallway or outside of the sleeping area. It also says it's on every occupiable level of the dwelling unit. So if it's a 2-story home, on each story. If it's a 3-story home, again on each story. And then it also says, in addition to outside the sleeping area and on each story of the home, it says that there should be a carbon monoxide detector in any room that has a fuel burning appliance. So in some homes you might have a fireplace. Let's say the master bedroom has a fireplace. Then there should be a carbon monoxide detector in that bedroom that has the fireplace, or any fuel burning appliance for that matter. Down here, seller statement of compliance. Again, the seller is certifying that this is their disclosure and they're going to deliver to the buyer. Seller's going to print their name, sign their name and date it. Buyer's going to acknowledge receipt of this disclosure, thereby fulfilling the seller's duty to deliver this disclosure. And if you want to get these forms, just go ahead and over to oorp.org, and you can see that you can download these forms and use them universally. Hope you enjoyed the video.